In this video, I want to share with you 5 questions I ask before I say yes to an opportunity. Now, let me put this in its proper context. I'm a pastor, and even before I was a pastor, of course, I was a Christian. And I take my relationship with Christ serious. And because of how I became a Christian, very similar to the story of Apostle Paul in the Bible, where he was struck off the horse or the beast on the road to Damascus, and Jesus spoke to him and told him what he needed to do. I was saved by Christ in a trap house at 21 years old. I was a drug-addicted criminal all of my teenage years, and that's how my life was up until that moment. So the decisions I make as a Christian, and for the last 2.5 decades as a Christian pastor and ministry leader, as a husband, as a father, grandfather, and as a mentor, the decisions I make, the yeses that I give are in light of me protecting my salvation, protecting my sobriety, and let's be honest, protecting my sanity. I'm not just giving out yeses to people, places, and things when I know it can compromise the integrity of my salvation, my sobriety, and my sanity, despite how offended people get. So I filter my decisions with questions that I'm going to ask before I say yes to any opportunity, no matter what the opportunity is about. It could be about a person, a place, a thing, or all of the above. These are 5 questions I'm going to ask before I say yes to an opportunity. Question number 1, did I pray and ask God for purpose, peace, and a release? What does that mean? First thing I'm going to do is pray. Lord, I need to know why this is something I should be doing. Why should I even take this opportunity or entertain this opportunity? So I'm going to pray and ask God for purpose. Lord, show me the purpose behind this, the why behind this. Lord, I need you to give me peace, because if I pray and ask God for purpose, for insight into something, and I don't get peace, that means I don't get the release. I'm not going to move until I understand the purpose behind it, I get peace on it, and then I get a release to pursue it. It doesn't matter. This could be a speaking engagement at a church. This could be something that is critically important on any level. I'm not going to do it. Now, I could go on a soapbox and tell you how many Christian pastors and just Christians in general who find themselves in so many social, cultural, political situations because I think they forgot this one question, to ask God for purpose. Why should I be involved in this? They didn't ask God for peace, and they didn't ask God for a release. That's the first question I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask that question. Did I pray and ask God for purpose, peace, and release? Question number 2, does this opportunity please God, or does it appease man? Because some opportunities may please God, but then there are other opportunities that are just appeasing man. So I want to know, is this pleasing to God, or is this just appeasing to man? Because if man is appeased but God is displeased, I'm not doing it. I don't want to be a part of it. Now again, there may be some times that God is pleased, but it could look like it's displeasing to God. For example, there are times that I've been involved in certain things professionally in business. I'm not saying God told me to go to a club. Never happened. Just never happened. Or God told me to go hang out, in the hood at 2 a.m. with dope boys who out there getting high. Or God told me to go in a studio, in a room where everybody in there smoking weed. I've never had that experience. But I've had experiences where I've gone to networking events, business events, where everybody was in there drinking and doing their little thing, right? And I was there for business purposes. So someone could have easily saw that and felt like that was displeasing to God, but I knew that there was a purpose behind it. I had peace, and God gave me a release to go get information, get out of that circle, take that information back to your people and implement it. So does this opportunity please God, or is it appeasing to man? Question number 3, what am I getting out of this, and what am I giving out of this? That's a legitimate question you want to ask. Like, what am I getting out of this? Okay, so if I ask God for a purpose, like, why should I do this? What's the purpose behind it? And I get peace and a release, and I know it's pleasing God, and this ain't got nothing to do with just appeasing men and pandering to people's emotions or making people feel good about me. I still want to know, okay, so what am I getting out of it? What's in it for me? That's a legitimate question you want to ask, because God is not calling us to do anything that we don't get some satisfaction and fulfillment out of, okay? As I said, I've been a preacher for 2.5 decades. My wife and I, we have pastored a church here in Atlanta for 19 years. You don't think I get nothing out of that? We get a lot out of that. We get satisfaction. We get fulfillment. We see lives change. We get to have a family larger than our immediate family. It's so many benefits that we get out of it. You know, we get to be admired, and we get to be needed by people. Those things mean a lot. At least to me they do, and I'm just honest to say it. So I want to know, what am I getting out of this, and what am I giving out of this? So whether it's me preaching or speaking or giving a presentation or teaching or serving in any capacity, whatever the opportunity is, what am I getting? But I want to know, what am I giving? Am I making an impact? Is this something that's meaningful, not just to me, but to the people who I'm participating in this opportunity with? Question number 4, is my spouse in agreement with this opportunity, and why? That's important to me. And again, you might have different influencers and people on social media who have different opinions and perspectives about it. But I, as a grown man, I'm an alpha male, at least I feel like I am. I wear the pants in my relationship, all the little traditional little cliches we use. But at the beginning of the day, in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, I'm going to talk to my wife. Once I talk to God, honey, what do you think about this? Because my wife is my life partner. She's my business partner. She's my ministry partner. She's my confidant, my consultant, my advisor. She gives me a different perspective. And we have a relationship where she will challenge me and push me on certain things, so that if there is an agreement, there's a why behind that agreement. If there's a disagreement, there's a why. So for example, if I go to my wife and say, honey, what do you think about this? Or this opportunity present itself, and what you think? And she's like, she gonna go back to here. She gonna be like, let me just pray about it. Immediately that's what she's gonna do. Like, I need peace. I need to, are you just doing it to make them feel good, or is this God? She's gonna, like, literally without even reading this, go through that. She's like, okay, so what are you getting out of it? Like, she would literally go through this same list. And what are you giving? Okay, how is it going to benefit them? But if she's not in agreement, she's going to tell me why. I don't know if I agree with this, honey, but here's why. Or I'm in agreement with it. Okay, why? What is it about it that you see? And then she says why. And that gives me more peace. That gives me more of a release. And it gives me more confidence to know that this opportunity is going to be a blessing to God, to his kingdom, to the church, to the community, to me, my family, and to the world. And question number 5, is this a part of my assignment or my Christian role? This is one of the most important lessons I teach in one of my courses on Ramon Preston University. And that is, there's a difference between your assignment and your Christian role. So as a Christian, we all have a role to play in the world. This is my Christian role. There are certain things we do because it's our Christian role to do it. This is just the Christian way to be polite and kind and respectful and you turn the other cheek type attitude, right? That's your Christian role. But then there are some things that go beyond your Christian role. It's your assignment. And I want to know, is this a part of my assignment? Is this opportunity a part of my assignment? Or is this opportunity just, okay, God good with it, and it really ain't my assignment, it's just a part of my Christian role. This is an opportunity for you to do good. As a matter of fact, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, when you have an opportunity to do good, do it, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Now, that opportunity could be massive, it could be minor. It could be something that's beneficial, detrimental, whatever the case is. I want to know, is this a part of my assignment that God has given me, or is this just a part of my Christian role? Again, these are just 5 questions I ask before I say yes to an opportunity, whether it's in my personal life, with a relationship, whether it's in my professional life as a business owner, as an investor, private equity fund manager, or whether it's in ministry. I want to filter my yes or no for the opportunity through questions that I know give me what I need, so that whatever the direction is that I go, or whatever the final decision is, yay or nay, I can live with it because I know I filtered it through the right questions. So I would love to know what your perspective is, or if these questions are something that you can integrate into your life to make your decision making that much more better, especially when it comes to you staying in the will of God. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you enjoy conversations like this because they're helpful to you in your journey as a believer, make sure you subscribe to the page, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.